Hello, hello, everybody. I'm back. Excuse me. I just finished up my earlier session about 20 minutes ago. So, welcome back. For those of you that have been joining me all day, thanks for being here. And I'm excited to see what else Spirit brings in. Now, the days fly by so fast when we're with Spirit, and that's okay. We enjoy that. So, let's get my desktop set up here real quick. All right, looking good there. Just scooch that over. All right. I think we're set there. And let's see, YouTube is telling me we are live, so we're good to go. All right. So, as always, before we get started into the readings, let's send some love out to the world, send love and light, and just maybe with the intention this time around of just that anything that is of lower vibration, of fear, that it have the opportunity to convert to light if it's ready, and we give it a little extra zap to help it do that. So we will do that. So let us take a big deep breath and come back to right here, right now, and let all the outside world just fall away for a moment. And as I hit the singing bowl, I'll hit it 3 times. That will let the love flow down into us, fill up our heart, our bodies, our cells, our lives, and then it flows out to the outside world. So here we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me to do that as it continues to sing back here. Still going strong. All right. And I think here before we jump in, I did want to make sure everyone is aware of, we did put out a new pick a card for this week. We've got the Scorpio full moon coming next Tuesday. And here's the link to that. And it does have of course, the pick a card about what hidden secret about your shared resources does the moon whisper to you. Also, it talks about the Mercury going direct on April 25th and the 411 on the post shadow. So if you want to learn more about that. Also on Monday, we put out, yes, the May monthly readings. I'm back to doing monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign. It includes a astrological Zenergy, talking about the overall energies of the month and how we can make the best of them to maintain our Zen, right? Which, speaking of that, I had put out a separate video all about retrogrades, which I'm going to be putting out intermittent videos about this astrological energy. This was retrogrades in general, about how they impact us, and that half of our lives we actually spend with the pre-shadow and post-shadow in shadow. So it's good to know we zero in on the Mercury retrograde, making the most of it, and the Saturn pre-shadow that we're in right now too. Also, we have eclipse energy going on. So if you guys have been feeling like you're about to explode with energy, Well, there you go. So, uh, we're having a lot going on. Eclipses impact us 4 to 6 weeks before or after, so be sure to, check that out to make the most of eclipse energy, because it's still gonna impact us for several more weeks. Also, let's see, and happy Taurus season. I had put this video out before, but I'll repost it here, because today is Taurus season, so we transform, the sun moves into Taurus, and so pick a card for everyone, but happy birthday to all you Taurus sun babies. There's a special 3-month reading birthday bonus for you guys. So be sure to do that. And if you have Taurians in your life, make sure to wish them a happy birthday and send that to them, which reminds me, my brother's a Taurus. I should send that to him. So I definitely will do that. Let's see what else. Was there anything else I wanted to share? Boom, 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 boom. I think those. Oh, of course, we had a new podcast episode come out last Sunday. I have a free podcast from Chaos to Cozy where this is episode 10 last Sunday, which was The Power of Now. If you want to catch up on any of those, the playlist for the podcast is there too. I think that's it. I think that's enough. Yeah, I think that's enough. All right. So, a lot of free content that's in here. Um, So, shout out to I've got a few of my YouTube channel members here. I got Johanna Urison, hello, hello, and Daisy as well. So, in addition to all the donations that I receive, my monthly YouTube members, as well as all those that purchase my other services that I offer, personal readings and my Hedges of Peace and Love and my Wish Upon a Star astro readings, all that information's in the description box of the video if you're interested in any of that. But everyone that does these things are what help me do all this free content that I do. And then I also try to do as many free readings as I can. These sessions, sometimes I have a lot of donations, which I'll talk about in a moment, but I do try to come back on and finish out all free readings, at least now until who knows if I get up to 1 million subscribers someday, won't be able to do that. So enjoy it now, right? All right. So, if you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome. We got a great group of people with huge hearts, great senses of humor, and I so value that. And let's see, Johanna, you were talking about the energy, right? You feel like your body's super, super tired. Yeah, me too, right? Yeah, absolutely. And changes of seasons and there is a lot going on, energetically. We're in a big transformational time, and so there's definitely a lot of different energies that are happening. So yeah, the weather up and down, and actually we're supposed to actually expecting snow here. Hopefully it'll start before the sunset so I can see it out my window, but we're supposed to have a chance of snow tonight. It's snowing here. Yeah. Yeah. So cheers with the snowflakes. Choo choo. So for the free readings, everyone, I go down in order, first come, first serve down the chat. And all you have to do is put your question in chat. There's no special list. The chat is it. If you don't want to put your personal information out there, I get it. You can just ask for a general reading. Spirit knows what you're wanting. We'll pull cards for that. But if anyone makes a donation, thank you for the snowflake. If anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange. As I mentioned, it's how I make my living, how I'm able to do everything. So I do prioritize those. I step outside of the free readings, dive deeper. I do pull additional cards for those. And then once I'm done, I return back to the main free readings and continue where I left off, making my way down the list. So we definitely do that. Yeah, snowing in Norway, huh? Beautiful. I'm sure it's beautiful there for sure. Estonia, snowy too. Wow. Uh-oh, are we having the next ice age? Nah. It's just happens. Here in Colorado, we like our last snow, we get like one more snow in May, and then we know we're clear. We're usually clear and out there from you. So Um, absolutely. And Moonlight, I did, your earlier question, I did, I completed all free readings and everything from this morning's session. Um, so for anyone that asked reading this morning, just in case, here is the link to that. And in the description box of the video, not the description box of the video, there's a pinned comment in the video that if you open it up, it'll show you the order in which all the readings were completed too, if you didn't catch that. Drinking Sprite, yum. I'm drinking this. I forget what she called it. My host got me from Sonic here. It's a drinky place. It's like a slushy. We were going for what is it, a dreamsicle, a creamsicle? It's the one that usually has like the vanilla cream in the middle and then orange on the outside. It's not quite that, but it tastes good. So that's gonna last me a while. It was huge. Yeah, yeah. So I was like, "Whoa." All right. So let's get into it. I do have donations, so we'll start there. Yeah. Yeah, I've only well, I probably have drinking more, but it's melting, but there's that much gone out of the whole thing. All right, everybody. Yeah, sure. And if you have another one, Moonlight, you can ask, one free one per session is what I go for. So you can ask another one for this one. So if you have a follow up after you listen to the other one, you can definitely do that here too. All right. So let's get into it. We've got whoa, just throwing things around. Let me just scooch some stuff here so it's not falling over. All right. Butterfingers. So we got Animal Guides Tarot that we're going to continue to use. Hopefully, I don't lose it, and we'll use those. So I got a couple of donations via Cash App and Z PayPal. So we will get to those too. But before that, we've got 3 from Supernova, 1 from Johanna, and then Michelle, and then let's see here, and then Shay Shay. Will be up to that one. All right. So let's jump in. So Supernova. So your first sticker, you got the and your first question is, how will your music grow and change? All right. Let's take a look here. It's funny, they're showing me scenes from Star Wars and Star Trek, and they're like, your music is going to grow into this unique energy, this unique sound that some of your songs feel like they're from the future. It's funny because you're going to do some things that are not normal. I like that. So I definitely, to do with voice and different instruments that come in as well. Let's take a look here. Yeah, I like this. And I don't know if you've been thinking about I know, right? I don't know. It's your spirit guides. Even if you I feel like you're going to create a different type of instrument that combines some different sounds. So it's interesting. I feel like in the future, that you're looking for something that creates like a variety of different combined things, and I feel like you create it. Something like a cross between a ukulele and a guitar and a piano. I don't know, it's just like there's all this stuff where there's even buttons on it that you play different things, so that's pretty funny. So, interesting. But with all of that, hey, Needy, welcome, welcome. Another one of my YouTube channel members. So shout out to you. I'm doing good. 5:30 a.m. Oh my God. I'm doing well. I hope you're awake. But so Nova here, you got the two of fire in the bottom of the deck, the Pelican, two of wands energy, which is, it's so dependent upon your own energy and what you focus on. It will the to the extent that it grows and expands has so much to do with your how much energy you're investing in, higher vibrational versus lower vibrational. Because pelicans, I feel like they can, like fly, from like, you know, they can go like great, great distances, right? And I feel like this is what they're saying here is like that you can go such great distances depending on where you're investing the energy. Wow, aluminum acoustic guitar, yeah. And it just feels like you're gonna create a different sound of music, later in your life because you use the regular music and you're introducing some different instruments and stuff, but you're like, "But I need something that does this and this and this, but I don't wanna carry 3 of them around. I wanna just carry 1 thing. Want it to be able to do it all." Sounds like you. Alright. Yeah, and so Page of Fire. So here definitely is this heightened wisdom, and energy that comes in here that, create, and it even says this is the energy of energetic, outgoing, optimistic, and creative. So, you feel passionate about it and it's something that you want to create. So that's that energy that's coming in there. King of Water. Yeah, balancing of the heart and mind. So I do like this energy that comes in here with the penguins. There is this energy, again, warm-hearted, devoted, loving, faithful. There's just this um sharing of the heart that comes in here through the growth of the music, but it's this balance between the two. And so where you grow in it is being able to share it. It's like you can be technical and you can, do all the music theory and you can do all this stuff with your brain and then also bring in the heart with it all too. And I feel like that's where you grow to because I feel like you might, what is it called? Oscillate. It's like you go back and forth, like you'll do all this stuff, but then you drop into the heart and then everything's out the window. Yeah, but then you go back into the head and then you drop into the heart. It's like you kind of bounce back and forth between the two, but this is like where you grow is the ability to do both at the same time. It's almost like throat music, like the Mongolian. They can do this little, where they do the lower register and then they do also a higher, they do 2 notes at the same time, one from their head and one from their chest. It's like that kind of combination that they're showing me in the head is that you have this ability to bring this in and do it this way. And possibly that's also how you develop your voice where you're able to do unique sound with your voice because you study something like that and are able to do that. So interesting. So what else we have here? Yeah, Ace of Fire. So you got Page of Fire, Ace of Fire, Two of Fire. So much of your growth depends on your own energy and where you're investing it and pointing it. So there's very much this the sky's the limit. But there's like, no, the sky's not the limit. You're the limit. You're the only one that can limit you yourself here through your energy. So a great amount of possibilities that are here. Yeah. And you got the dreamer. So again, this big dream that, you're the one that leads the direction and where you're wanting to go and what you're wanting to do, you know, in your life here. It's just there's this huge, huge opportunity for you. Um, I mean, it's just like dream it and you can make it happen. Like if you ever saw Field of Dreams with Kevin Costner, where you make it, they will come is the whole thing. He had he lived in Iowa or somewhere, they had a big cornfields and he got this message to build a softball field in the middle of his cornfield, which he sacrificed corn, to do it, which is money, and they were already struggling, but they told him not to worry about it. Just make it and build it, and they will come. And he went on all these adventures. If you have a chance, if you haven't seen it, it's called Field of Dreams. It gives me goosebumps when I watch it because there's so many synchronicities, and you're just like, "What?" And spirits appearing and things. It's not like spooky. It's like just amazing. So if you have a chance, take a look at that. But I like it. So some interesting things with your voice and growing, bringing in new instruments. But I feel like you also end up building some unique instruments for later too. So there you go. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So that's your first one. And then you've got two question ones. So your first is for question for Kurt's spirit on advice around music, right? Okay. And I know when you channel that's when he almost takes over the guitar, he wants to take over. So he'll show you things too, which is interesting when you're talking about growing your music, that they will actually um, assist you. And as you channel and open up to spirit, it's like people who do automatic writing and different things, you can do automatic playing where you are allowing them to kind of guide your hands and even your vocal cords and things. But I feel like that, Kurt, because he loves music so much, is definitely, there. Yeah, he's funny. He goes, just do that more. So what else? Yeah, I love it. Oh my gosh, this is great. So the bottom of the deck, you get the star card again, which is all about, um, not so much possess as you're influencing. We'll put it that way. It's not like he's like, "Yeah, give me control of your hand." It's like, "Hey." It's not like that at all. But so you have the dream come true card that comes in here. And so the guidance is like, live your dream. Don't let anything hold you back. Keep going, keep going, keep going. It's like letting it flow, going with the flow. Look at the dream that flows out of the vessel there. It's Aquarian energy, but this is about letting the emotion flow is such an important thing because, you also have the 10 of cups and the queen of water, the master of emotion and emotion filling you up and overflowing out. And so the emotion is more important than the technique because the emotional energy that flows out is what touches people, that's why when people have live shows and stuff that even though it may not sound like the recording on the radio where they, auto-tuned it and cleaned it all up, but there's such power because of the energy, the emotional energy that's invoked in the audience from the artist, but everyone's emotional energy bounces off one another and expands it too. So, yeah, oh my gosh. And then the moon card, another emotional card. So, 18, the moon, um, deep, deep emotion. And here came that dreamer card again. So you've got both the dreams come true star card and the fool's card with the dreamer with this adventure. Again, the fool card, being the first card in the major arcana being a zero, it's like starting from nothing, starting from zero and not going, well, this is how it should go, blah, 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 but just allowing something to organically be created without a lot of restriction and supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts and those types of things that come in here. So his advice is like emotion, 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 emotion. Don't restrict yourself, don't restrict yourself, don't restrict yourself. Because you're the only one that can. But all of this emotion and dream, and it's your dream, not anyone else's, right? And so it's don't allow, this thought and, people's opinion to sway you from your dream. Don't let them make you doubt yourself. I like that. You have the Nine of Earth, the Nine of Pentacles, which is about, it's okay to spend time, with yourself, with spirit. The Nine of Pentacles is this energy of, finding your worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way, and being in this garden with spirit that just allows you just to create and, um getting alone to create, and then going out into the world to, um, create and to share what you've created, and that's the way it works, and, enjoy this time of your life, he says, because eventually you'll be so busy that you'll be, it'll be hard to find time to create music and to enjoy the process. It becomes more, um, uh, quality over quantity of time to be able to do it. So they're like, you get so busy with life and with doing other things too, not just, doing gigs and sharing music and, doing all that, but, life in general takes up time, and they're like, enjoy it while you have this pocket of time just with you in spirit, and enjoy the alone time, and but get it out there too. So I like that. Crazy, it's crazy. Oh, damn life. Got to do laundry sometime. You don't want to be known as the stinky singer. All right, and then your third question, let me see where it's at here. So you've got your third one here. Let's see. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Scroller, 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 scroll. Have you asked your third question yet? I don't think I see one. Let me scroll back up. You actually need to do laundry. Well, they're always around you. They see everything, everything. Yeah, I don't see your third question yet. So as soon as you pop it down there, unless I totally missed it, I don't think so. All right. All right. All right, and then Johanna, you will be up next. So Nova posted your question, so I'll do that, and then Nova, you'll be next, and then Michelle, and then Shay Shay. All right. So, what is your personality like? Which one? Which one? I'm just kidding. It's an Aquarian joke. Hey, me. Hello, hello. Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you so much. You're so kind. I love what I do. I'm so grateful. So, so grateful. So, what is your personality like? Yeah. So, the bottom of the deck tells you all that you need to know. Seven of fire, seven of wands, bright shining star, the sun that refuses to dim its light for anyone, does not ask permission to shine. It is itself, and is unapologetically themselves. That pretty much sums it up. But let's dig in deeper with these other ones too. The 2 of fire. Here comes the 2 of wands coming in. And this is the your vision, creativity, and dedication to your cause bring you success. In fact, it may be in your best interest to get a partner to assist in your endeavors or expand the number of people helping you. Yeah. So this is this energy of creativity and the 2 of fire. It almost feels like this is burning the candle at both ends, right? So I like this, you're it's 2 candles. It's like I'm doing this, but I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. It's like um trying to do one thing at a time is difficult for you. Feel like you're like really you get bored fast and easy, and so you're usually kind of doing 2 things all at the same time, kind of energy that's coming in. So it's funny. The 5 of earth, the 5 of pentacles. So, the manatee. um, so, the right now part of your personality, focusing upon the negative or worrying about money or your career. But I like this 5 because you're part of your personality is that you're learning to trust and have faith in, the higher realm, and that they bring you these things. So that part of your personality is, part of the character that you are. Like any human, we worry about those things till we build this trusting relationship with spirit that everything's going to be fine, everything's going to unfold, that I'm always going to have enough. And especially as you go longer in your life, like, with me being the age I am, at 57 now, you realize I've never ever not had what I needed to live, or I'd be dead right now. And so they've built a trusting relationship with me, because that's a good record of 57 years, right? So I like that, kind of energy that's coming in with that even though that's a part of your personality now, it will change and it will alter here for you too. I love this. So you got 5 of earth, you got the 6 of fire, and the 6 of fire is this, this energy again of seeing things differently. It comes before the 7 of fire, but it's like this natural sense. Are you, because you're a fire sign, right? I think you are with aren't you like a Leo? I think, right? But you've got this natural draw from people, like you've fire signs do. It's like they're naturally, their energy just draws people, whether they like it or not. It draws, it draws them in. So I like that. Um, so we definitely have that, and then you have 5, 6, and then you have 7. You're a Leo, yeah. So you've got the 7 of air. So you got 5, 6, 7 of air, 7 of fire, 2 was underneath the deck there. So this is going in order. um, but there is this, part of your personality up to this point. That's the whole thing, is our personality, is our character. It changes over time, that, switches up, but we have beliefs and thoughts about ourselves that cheats us out of things because we don't feel we're worthy of it, right? Things, beliefs that make us feel small and et cetera. And so there is, that's there. But I feel like with the 5 of earth and the 7 of air that you are, you're learning. You're just 18. So you've got this, energy um of things that, were loaded into your psyche, from 7 years old and younger, or your emotional heart, and then, from 7 to 14 into your brain. And so there's things that felt like norms that are being questioned, transformed. I know, soon 19. and then soon 85, right? And you have the 8 of water too. And you've got this energy here with the 8 of cups, which is you can drop, you're like, "No." You can drop a relationship, and be done, with it. You can definitely do this, like, "Well, I'm done with that," and then it's done. It's just done, and there's this kind of I leave behind relationships that don't serve me, and, you don't I don't feel like you cry a whole lot over lost relationships, at least yet, because I just feel like maybe you did when you were younger, but I feel like you just learned, no. And so you've got this order of 5, 6, 7, 8. No, screw people. So, there is this, all of this that's part of this that builds all together and is the unique you. But they also want to show that your personality isn't fixed. We come here, if you ever study the South Node and North Node in astrology, the South Node is what we come in with from past lives and our kind of what we revert to when we're stressed and kind of what we come in with. The North Node is what we strive for, and it's like the South Node is like our minimum, what we come in with, and the North Node is the highest expression of ourselves. And they just are showing you all this, that this is where you're at in this moment, but it doesn't mean that things don't change, because we do change, we do evolve, we do reinvent ourselves, we purge things and people and parts of ourselves out of our life too, because it's where it's no longer needed, right? And so it's part of that, development that comes with that too. So that's what's coming in for you there, supernova. So hopefully that helps. All right. Johanna, you want to know? You're starting a trend, Nova. All right. So let's take a look here. So thank you, um, Nova, Supernova, for your 3 donations. I see you made another one, so we'll get to that here in a moment. So Johanna, let's give that a love and a like for your donation. Thank you for that. And let's take a look here. So what does spirit want you to know about your personality? Be interesting. All right. So they went to that one and they went to this one and that one. All right. All right. Too funny. And then you're on the bottom of the deck. Well, you've got both the Lover's card and the Two of Water, Two of Cups. You got both cards that represent important relationships and but love, 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 love. So there is this part of your personality that, is connected to people. And I feel you know, like a motto of yours could be, it's not what you do, it's how people feel when they're around you. And that's what people will remember the rest of their lives. It's almost like there's this motto that's below the surface that comes in, with that. So very interesting that. Very important for you. Okay. So, let's see what else we have here. Yeah. So you have a 4 and a 5 coming together. And so you have the peace of mind. So very stable mind, mentally stable, no matter what people say. Just kidding. And you got the 5 of wands, the 5 of fire, which is, conflict and the transformation of things. And I like this. It's like this tells me with those combination of those two cards coming out together that in a conflict, you can keep your mind. You keep your mind about you. And that you don't like, in the when we're younger, yeah, we all have a, ignition, "Rah!" But you have learned to stay calm, and because of that, you're able to transform a lot of disagreements because you're invited into a fight and you don't accept it. You you de-escalate by not jumping into the fight, with them there. So, yeah. You guys are nothing alike. Too funny. So, I feel like that's part of your personality is that you would rather make love, not war, and so you remain calm, um, mentally, even though your emotions might be, "Brah," you're able to maintain, "Okay, let's stay calm, let's breathe." You're a Leo too, that's funny. But it all has to do with the rest of our soup, right? Your moon sign, tells you a lot about how you deal with your emotions, and Mars tells you how you deal with battles and different things like that too. So, there's so much more. Even though your CEOs are Leo, the rest of your department heads may be, a bit different, right? So I like that. It just feels like that's part of your personality is that you would rather make love, not war. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Your moon is Leo, your north node is Leo, your Mars is Scorpio. Yeah. Yeah, so that makes sense, the Scorpio. In the beginning, the Scorpio, of course, is a scorpion, and so they sting. They get upset. But you've evolved into the snake and into the eagle, and you're able to eagle flies up by and then eventually into the phoenix, right? That's the whole Scorpio transformation that they have. But the eagle is able to spot and fly down, still protect what it wants, but it is able to fly above and see things from a higher perspective. And so that makes sense with your Mars when it comes to war and battle, that you do see things from a higher perspective. In the beginning, you were probably a great warrior like Wonder Woman, but you eventually realized that it was about love, that you preferred love, not war. And that's what you evolved into. What else do you got here? Yeah. You even got another four here. You got this emotional stability. So a lot of stable energies that are coming in here. And to just show you that you change over time. Yeah. You've got the death and rebirth card here with the peacock, you know, this releasing of a lot of the stuff. So this does talk about where you're at now very much differs from you, earlier when you were a scorpion stinging everyone. That pissed you off, right? But now you're like, you learned because even the snake, when you read the snake and you were shedding your skin, and you still have to honor the bite of the snake because they can still strike. But well, there you go, rebirth, boom, boom, shakalaka. But there's this transformation that comes in with that. And then we'll see what else. So it's talking about you're always evolving, always changing. Yeah. well, here's a commonality you guys have with the Eight of Water. Um, the Knight of Water is, you like expressing in the movement of emotion, but the Eight of Water, like like Nova had, do you tend to like, we're done and you can just and it's gone? Do you also have the, what was it that you said? Screw people. So you guys do have a commonality there. Yay. So, So this is I want you to know, I mean, and it's constantly evolving and changing. We do have, you know, we reinvent ourselves so much. So it's like when you're done, you're done. And but you're on a quest with that Knight of Cups, you are on a quest for love. Love is like your energy. No fire though here. Well, you got you had the 5 of fire. So you had the 5 of wands. It's that, you know, you're you learned you learned because you experienced fire. You had this, you know, battling and stuff earlier in your life, but you decided, "Eh, out of both, I'd rather have love, not war." But you can go to war and enjoy it, you know, occasionally. Pick a fight just for the sake of it, and then, "Okay, I'm done. I'm done with that. I got my fire fill." That's funny. Boom shakalaka, right. So that's what they have for you. So, very good on that. Sure, Moonlight, you have a few in front of you, for donation, so I'll get to that here. I've got Michelle, and then Shay Shay, and then Nova here, and then you'll be up after that. All right. So thank you again, Johanna, for your donation. That was fun. Yeah, it's amazing, the mirrors that we have for sure. All right. So Michelle. Let me see here. Um, did you put your question out here, Michelle? Let's take a look here, and thank you for your donation. I really appreciate that. Let's see here. Via the CashApp. Let me scroll up here. Or is that so let me see here. So I'm not sure if that was sometimes the names don't match up. So if you are here, Michelle, I don't see anyone mentioning Cash App. And I'm sorry if you've told me before, I get so many different donations, it's hard for me to remember all the differences between the two back and forth. But so if you are here, Michelle, let me know. Let me know. Is that the me? Are you me? Me? Is that you? All right, so I'll wait on that. I will definitely come back to that. So as soon as you identify yourself, I will jump to that. But in the meantime, just for the sake of time, I'm jumping down to Shay Shay. Hey Shay Shay, thank you for your donation. Welcome back. All right. You like a love reading for this weekend. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, you told friends about and thank you so much for spreading the word and sharing me with others. I appreciate that. All right. You always need your therapist. You're too funny. So, all right. So let's take a look here. You think you and spirit? No. Uh-huh. So let's take a look here. A love reading for this weekend. Let's see. What does spirit want you to know here about love for the weekend? So they wanted those. What else? Okay, just those, huh? All right. And then I do have Lover Oracle here too. Lover's Oracle. Let me see what comes in. Anything else? All right. Let's see what these are about. All right. So, the bottom of the deck here, we've got the 5 of Wands, the 5 of Fire. So, a little bit of combustive energy coming in here, which isn't, it doesn't feel like, it just feels playful. It feels like, a little bit of bantering going back and forth in a playful way, but I feel like eyebrows are raising, like, "What did you say?" There's like this playfulness of this energy that's coming forward here. So that's interesting. Let's see what else we have here. All right. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Wow. Okay. So you got the ace of oh, Michelle, did I like totally miss it up above? Am I like getting old and senile? You're like, "I cannot." Oh, there it is right there. Now I see it. Okay, I'm so sorry. I'll be right with you next then. So sorry. I used to be able to spot things with my eagle eye. Now, you know, it happens. So since I'm in the energy of Shay Shay, I'll finish her up. Then you'll be right up next. So thank you. So you got the Ace of Earth for this weekend, Ace of Pentacles, new opportunity to unfolding here regarding love here. So feel like, and this is maybe this. I mean, it's not necessarily the outside world. I just feel like it's whatever's unfolding in the Earth realm. I just feel like it's coming in that way. Uh, And you have the 8 of air too, which is good. It's letting go of the thoughts, the beliefs, the mindsets that used to keep us limited and trapped and caged. And this is you know, for both of you, I feel like you're escaping this mental cage of supposed to, shoulds, and need tos, and have tos, and musts that come in here. And I feel like that's where these cards come in here. I feel like, there's some old beliefs of I can't promise you anything that are bouncing around within both of you. Um, I don't want to be who I used to be. You deserve better. You know, yeah, it does feel like more communication because I feel like you know, there's these old things about being having been triggered, having been, and I feel like these are the triggers. People saying things like, I can't promise you anything, and I don't want to be who I used to be. And there's just like these are the bars of the cage that from the past, and these cannot doesn't necessarily mean to be with them. I feel like these are the things that bounce around um, within your guys' brains individually, not in relation to each other. You know what I'm saying? So this isn't about them. This is about these are the things that used to cage you because okay, so you guys have had those, right? Because you've got, three major arcana. You've got renewal with the judgment card, with the raccoons. So that's what I feel like there's this um, way of looking at things differently here. You've got the temperance card with balance and the emperor card, which is also Aries energy of action and movement and, you know, um, stepping up. So there's these major arcana are all coming in here, and I do like these because I just feel like there's this taking charge of what I want, not what I've been, told I'm supposed to want or based on my past, right? Right? Let's go. Go, go, go. And then I feel like you get this an angel number card here. Whoa, almost the whole deck. Boom. All right, let's see what we got here. 2112. So here's that mirror. 2112. It's up to you. So I like this energy of the weekend. Someone watching over you, good fortune, unforeseen forces, direction. Says even if it seems like you're not making any meaningful progress, things are moving in the right direction. If you see this number, it's a sign that everything will work out in your favor and your dreams will come true soon, right? Yeah. So I do feel like, they'll have more time, kind of this weekend too. And so I feel like there's a lot of, you know, affirmation and confirmation of things coming in here. So, but I still feel like it's left up to you that you're like, okay, it will unfold. You're like, heck yeah. So it feels positive there. Um, it just the working out, when we're in our silence and we feel um you lock him down with the twerk chicken, right? I learned how to twerk and now I'm in charge of the world. Look out. But I do feel like with this 8 of swords, the 8 of air, that, during any downtime that you're able to look at the things that triggered you from the past, as well, because that's your, releasing this, energy that comes in with that. Like it dismantling the cage so you can't accidentally fall in and lock the door. You're like, no, there's no way. The bars are open. I can just walk through. So I like that. All right. So that's what they have for you, my dear, my dear. I like it. Yeah, you were ghosted. Yeah, and that's that, those things, um, even so like the you've triggered me when you ghost me, it's like, okay. But, it's always about ourselves, right? So I know one of the things about that I learned, in being ghosted myself at times was how am I ghosting myself? In those situations, how do I ghost myself? Oh, I've left myself and I'm out there having their actions define me in some way, right? And I'm like, oh, okay. So let me get in contact with myself because our higher self is reaching out to us and we're not answering because we're focused out that way, not in here. What? I didn't hear you. I didn't get your message. They're like, all right, do I need to turn up the volume? You're like, uh-oh. So I like it. So that's what they have for you, Shay Shay. Thank you again so much for your donation. I appreciate that. And then Michelle, thank you so much. I'm so sorry that I totally missed that. It just blended in for some reason. But thank you for your patience and for your donation. And you wanted to know, will you find the apartment of your dream and when will you be moving? All right, let's take a look here. So, will you find the apartment of your dream? Okay. What do they want you to know about the journey there? Let me move these out of the way over here. And and the when. The when I want to pull actually have a two timing decks that I joined together that I'm gonna see here. They've been pretty the energy that's been coming through the messages. Sometimes they're not like exactly, they're all about soon. And so there's not like, absolute days and times sometimes. But let's take a look here and we'll find out when will we be finding that. All right, here we go. All right. So we've God, sometimes it's all yeah, it's there's like a range that comes up. Um, so I like that. So we'll talk about it here. Right. I know I've piqued your curiosity, so we'll talk about that first, right? So we have a range. So in it, they say it's up to you, and that's usually what comes through with timing stuff. There's usually ranges, and it is up to us depending on our energy. But the range is anywhere from in a few weeks to in July. So the latest is July, but it can be here within a few weeks. And it's funny, the cards that came out too, interestingly enough, on a Monday night. So I feel like you find it on a Monday night, or you'll get your approval for the apartment on a Monday night. It's like it'll come through and they'll let you know, "Hey, just let you know, it got approved," kind of thing. So I like that. I like that energy there. So it feels like you are gonna get it, you are gonna find it. Let's just find out how, because otherwise the timing wouldn't they wouldn't have me pull a timing card, right? So I do like this. Let's see what comes in here. All right. So I do feel that you do, of course, find your dream apartment. But the World card is ending of old cycles, beginning of new adventures, and the Five of Wands is about this transformation of a conflict. And are you it feels like the World card is, you know, letting go of a lot of, it's like understanding what the dream is and getting clarity around it. I feel like there's this um um, like I said, conflict between like what your heart wants and what your head wants. And this once this battle is kind of decided, or there's this happy medium that comes in here. Yeah, once you have okay, yeah, it's all right here. So once you have the four of swords, which is peace of mind, then this energy, it's like your mind is at rest. You've let go here with the 10 of air, a lot of expectations that were rooted in fear and not within what your heart wanted and what you really wanted. Some of it is what you were told you're supposed to want, right? And so there's this clarity that comes in here, and it's like you're being held off from finding it, because if you found what you think is your dream apartment now, it's actually wouldn't make you happy. It's so they're trying to help you clear away those old things that don't need to be part of the search so that you can find it. Yeah, I love it. So the 10 of Pentacles, which is all about what does fulfillment look like in, all of this. So you are definitely, with these two tens and the world card, it's all about the ending of the way that you've been looking at things and a transformation and clarity around it. It's like, why do I feel that's necessary? Is that really what I want, or what I feel other people would think I am supposed to want, right? You think I think that you think that I think that you think I should want it, it gets into all that stuff. So I like this. I feel like over the next, week or so, that you are really whittling down and figuring out what is your heart truly wants, finding out what your mind is wanting and why. You're getting rid of some of those things. And that's why you find it in a few weeks, all the way up to July, depending on how much energy you put into determining what this dream come true is and how it comes in. I feel like I want to pull an angel number here for you too. Yeah. So 1221, which is taking initiative. So change, optimism, joy, communication, messages, good news, expression, high vibes. Yeah. Work with what you have, and it will get you places. Count your blessings and acknowledge your dear ones. You will find inspiration and figure out a way forward. You might also be getting some good news soon. Yeah, we knew that. So I like that. 1221 is a great number there. So hopefully that helps. I do see it here, but it is about, getting clarity on what the dream apartment is, and then things move forward quickly. So I like that. All right. So that's what they have for you, Michelle. Thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. And thank you. Sorry for missing your question earlier. All right. Let's see here. All right. So then we have, hey Maria, hello, darling. I used to have an old one of my old bosses when I was like, I think it was like 19 years old. She was this little short little thing, and compared to me especially, and she'd always go around going, "Hello, darling." I think she was from the East Coast. She was funny. Anyway, so let's take a look here. So we got Supernova up next for your donation here. And then I do have a couple of others that came on the PayPal, which I will take a look at those in a moment here. So, Nova, thank you for your additional donation. Let's give that some love and a like. There we go. So, what would your first album be like? All right. So, let's get some ideas here. You're welcome, Michelle. All right. What is your first album? What kind of ideas? That's what you had said there. So, just some ideas. What does it include here? Okay. All right. So, first of all, they tell you that you will, have this change. The three of fire, the three of wands is that you head in a direction, but you're going to make a change, and you're going to alter, and you're going to alter, and you're going to alter, which is the normal creative process of an album, accordingly to spirit, um, which makes sense that it's like this organic thing that grows. You have this initial idea, but then you change your concept, you change some songs, you have all these songs, and you choose which ones you want to go, on the album. And there's some that just feel like this one just feels so different. I don't feel like it fits. You'll know intuitively what will come in there. So they just want to start off with that, the bottom of the deck. Just don't get attached to a certain, be flexible because you are going to change things. That's funny. All right. Yeah. So you've got the Nine of Cups, which is the dream come true card, and the World card, which is an ending and a beginning. And as soon as I saw these two together, I have the Wizard of Oz kind of theme to it, which is funny. Somewhere over the rainbow, two different worlds, and the dream come true. It's like Alice in Wonderland meets Wizard of Oz. Maybe it's Alice versus Dorothy. I don't know, but it feels like it's this combination of this type of approach to it. It's like a whole new world, you know type of energy. Let's see what else comes in here. Yeah, full of magic. Got the magician here, unicorn. It's a very, very ethereal type of energy. It's this, and that makes sense. I see the like this, you know how like Dorothy in the Wizard of Oz starts from black and white, and then it goes into color, and she's on this adventure, meets all these characters. Alice in Wonderland, she goes through the mirror, right? It's through the mirror, and she meets all this cast of characters. And I feel like your album is that way. It's like this fantasy type of journey, and it's like it tells a story, like how it unfolds, like one of those. So very interesting, very different concept, right? It's like each song builds upon to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next, right? And it's like you each song will stand independently on its own, but you also there's this storyline that you can listen to it in order and it means something, you know, just them together in that way do something different, right? So I like that. Very magical. And then let's see what else we got here. Yeah. And we've got, yeah, all this cast of characters, a Pomeranian with a Shetland sheepdog, the unicorn, the humpback whale, the squirrel. So you've got all this different, different types of energy that, coming in here. The king of air, I mean, they're all about, I feel like there's this whale that flies in the sky, and the squirrel that the forgetful squirrel who always plants his acorns, and because he's so forgetful, there's this giant forest full of, what is it, oak trees? Is that where acorns come from? Acorn tree? Maybe it's an acorn tree, but there's like this massive forest because of the forgetful squirrel. It just feels like there's this magical journey with all of these quirky things that represent, pieces of us, and how, even though the squirrel is forgetful, it that still, brings benefit. And even though the whale, is meant for the sea, it wouldn't let anyone convince him of that, and he learned to fly. There's like all this energy that comes in here. Yeah, and you got the 6 of water, the 6 of cups that comes in here. Past life kind of, I feel like that your album, as you get it more in tune with your deeper emotions, that you get all these experiences and all these ideas that bubble up from lifetimes of songs and stories. Yeah, yeah. It's the like a troubadour. Oh, I get it now. So you know how like a troubadour, they would always, if you watched like the Witcher, and they had the guy that would follow him in, and even though he didn't want him following him, he became friends with him, right? But he would create songs around their adventures. And I feel like that's what this is kind of like, the troubadour. And it's all these stories that you're telling, that you were along with them on the journeys, right? And I like that. You have the page of air too, which is about, the communication, the storytelling. Oh, okay, yeah. So that makes sense why the 6 of cups with the page of air, because the troubadours were storytellers, right? But they did it through song, but it would be the, you know, someone's what, ba ba da ba da ba da, and then, da da da, what I'm talking about, right? So, I love that. So that's kind of what this, album and idea is, this, energy of being a troubadour, and of the story that you're telling, right? It's like, come with me on this journey of this adventure of these stories, and then it's the story. It's the storyline, and I like it. So that's what they have for you. I love it. I'm glad you asked. I'm really excited. Yeah, modern age troubadour. Bum, ba-da-da, da. So perfect. I love it. All right. So that's what they have for you, and that's all yours. No copyright. That's all your idea. That's from Spirit, not me. So feel free. All right. And then Moonlight 5, thank you for clarifying that that was you. So thank you for your donation versus the PayPal. All right. And so, Moonlight, let me see here. Did you ask your question up further above? Let me see if I don't bypass it, right? Scroll, scroll, scroll. There you go. So you made a donation. So can you please take a look to see if your person has love for you and what's coming for the next few weeks? All right. Let's take a look. All right. Does your person have love for you? And what's coming up here these next few weeks? All right. All right. So the energy on the bottom of the deck, and we'll get clarity around this. You have life experience, which is the tower card in the major arcana, which does talk about, suddenness. But I mean, the bottom, the like the energy of the tower, a lot like the Wheel of Fortune is whatever unfolds in our life is always happening for us, so we can trust that, right? So it's important for us to trust that before we look at these cards. I know that sounds like a uh-oh, but it doesn't necessarily. So we'll take a look here. So let's see what cards we have here. All right. Got a lot of flowy energy here. So, we start off with this, eight of swords, which is eight of air. And it's, this awareness that's coming in here. When we're asking, do they have love for us? I feel like they, especially with this five of pentacles here, the five of earth, which is about lack and feeling low and low self-worth. This eight of air is like this caged heart that I don't feel like they have a whole lot of love for themselves. So they don't have this ability to, you know, like love a whole lot, because when we love ourselves this much, right? No matter how much love we want to give, it just drips out. No matter how much love you want to give them, it just drips in. So they can't give you something that they're not giving themselves because they don't know how. They like, I'm giving you all I can. And they're like, well, work on that pipeline. Let's expand it, which we expand that by turning inward and upward. The more we find our self love and our self worth, the more our ability to give and receive love to the outside world also increases. So I feel like it's not that they don't want to love. I just feel like they don't have that ability that's there. But I do feel here with the 8 of air and the 10 of air, you know, yeah, that would make a whole lot of sense. That there is this leaving behind of expectations and fears, right? Yeah, stop drinking, and yeah, he doesn't love life or love himself. So that makes total sense. So, they're going to be reaching this point, and maybe this is where this tower moment needs to happen where, something happens with their drinking that they are like big eye opener. It comes out of nowhere that makes them wake up and go, "Oh my god, I could have died." Something like that where, they're just like woken up, because I feel like something shakes them to take them to this point of, I can't live like this anymore. I've got to make a change. And then I see that they do, because they do have this, you know, ace of water and this, which is the ace of cups, which is the self love we've been talking about, and the 10 of pentacles, which is, the fullness of life and what does everything mean. And it's the partnership that comes in here too. And the eight of water, which is leaving behind those emotions that don't serve them anymore, those that are creating the cage, that we have here. So, we have this energy that comes in of, movement and, that things happen there. Yeah. But I definitely would. I'm glad that you left because it's important, you know, that, you're like, I can't live this way. And you're not going to live this way. You're going to end up dying from your drinking. And so, um, yeah. So, you know, it's like I can't see you that way. And it tears my heart, tears my heart out of my chest every time. And, you know, would are you willing to go get some, not get some help, that sounds so, but, are you willing to allow someone to give you tools to help you get past these things, you know, and see if he's willing, if it's counseling or if it's, if he's an alcoholic, Alcoholics Anonymous or, something. It's like I can't live like this and you can't live like this. Um, so, yeah. So tell him, I like it because you're like, maybe you are the tower, maybe you're the one that, because of your actions, you're saying, I can't live like this. So, and again, even saying, and you, because it breaks my heart. Like you said, it breaks my heart every day. And I feel like um, that if you don't make a change, that you're going to end up dying. And then I'll really be heartbroken, even though that's that's your choice. We can go into all that. But I feel like sharing your emotions and sharing your feelings with them, you know, can, you know, he's either going to say, yeah, I do want to do that. And I'm like, all right, would you like me to go with you? And they're like, yeah. Or if he goes, no, I don't want to do it, then you're like, okay, well, there's my answer. I need to let you go then. I'm not going to be addicted to you. I'm going to, like alcohol is not healthy for him. He's not healthy for you if he stays where he's at, right? So, because breaking your heart every day is not healthy, right? So I like it. So take that advice from Spirit as you will, and hang in there. And thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. Let me see here. Where are we at here with? I think we did that one. All right. Okay, so I have one more PayPal. And then Nova Infinity and nope, sorry, Nova, and then I have an additional donation here. Oh, Maria. So we'll be back to you, and then Infinity, and then Infinity, and then Jackie of Hearts, or Jacques of Hearts. Thank you so much for your donations, everyone. You blow me away. I really appreciate that. All right. So let's take a look here. So we got a donation here. Let's see. Let me just make sure. See, that one's at 6:49. Let me just scroll up here. So, Daphne, are you here? uh, yeah, so he definitely needs a big shakeup to make him change his course, doesn't he? All right. We'll send him lots of love. So, Daphne, if you are here, not sure if your PayPal is the same. So if you're here, let me know. And I'm just scrolling up here to see if I see it anywhere. Although, let me try to go a little slower because I totally missed Michelle. Sheesh. All right, Daphne, Daphne, Daphne. I don't see anything from a Daphne. So if you could identify yourself, that would be great. Because I don't see one anywhere here. So just for the sake of time, whoops. Okay, that's a good idea. I'll just open the email, have it over here so I know I haven't done it yet. So let me know, let me know, let me know. All right, just for the sake of time, because I'm going to be on about 30 more minutes and I just want to try to get through the donations. So just for the sake of time, I'm going to move forward. And so, Nova, your additional question. And let's see here. So, what question did you have there? What ideas? Let's see. What ideas could spirit guides give you for any new projects currently? All right. Yeah, I love that. And then Maria, you'll be up after that, unless Stephanie speaks up. All right. So, what ideas could spirit guides give you? Any new projects? 1 and 2 and 3. All right. All right. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune coming in here. And so this talks of fate's wheel a turning here. So an idea for a project here is um is about like the spinning of the fate's wheel. And I feel like there's this energy. If you can imagine like a wheel, vroom, vroom, vroom. I feel like the kind of energy that's in if you're talking about a project of like of a song, I just feel like it just feels like the music is moving you on a circle, like vroom, 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 and it's about the spinning of fate's wheel. So if that makes any sense to you. Um, and then we've got unity with and this is the Hierophant seeing things from a higher perspective, this place of truth. And I love this. Um, I love this animal deck and polar bears. And it's funny with the polar bears and this the polar bears and this reindeer with the you know, pear tree. I feel like this is all Christmassy. Are you doing a Christmas album? But it's Partridge in a Pear Tree and the polar bear teaching the other little you know polar bears there. They're talking about you know the beginnings of things and the stories, and I just feel like they're way up there in the Antarctica near the North Pole, near Santa's workshop, and it's like the perspective of Christmas from the viewpoint of a polar bear, and of them peeking in the window at the elves, and you know um, just the whole piece. It just feels interesting. It may be a Christmas album. Thinking of something along those lines too, right? And you got the sea lion with the 9 of swords here, nightmares. So um it's this energy of nightmares, but I feel like it turns into a comedy. It's like a scary movie turns into a comedy, so this nightmare turns into something funny. Like they're showing me like from Harry Potter when they did that, where they would turn the scary thing into something funny, like the spider ended up having, you know, roller skates on them, and someone's, um, oh, it was like, the Mr. Doc or the teacher, Snape, they put his grandmother's clothes on him. He feared him, but he put his grandmother's clothes on him, which made it funny. So I feel like that's kind of the energy that comes in with that. So some ideas, hopefully those make sense to you, but I love those, that creativity that's there and that there's just so much that you can do. And the more you connect with, you know, spirit, they're the creative ones, right? They can just dump all these ideas into your head. All you have to do is ask too. I like that. All right. So that's what they have there for you. And then Maria, you are up next. So thank you so much for your donation. You're excited to see. Woohoo! All right, let me take a quick sip here. All right. That's strong syrup in the bottom. Whoa. Okay. All right. So, what are David thoughts of you yesterday now? All right. So, what are Dave's thoughts of you yesterday and now? Or have they changed? So, that's yesterday. Here is now. I feel like we want to split it up. And then, what's coming for you and David? Hanging out, date. What's up? What's up? Based on current energies, what is unfolding? All right. We'll take a look there and see what we have. I like them for you. We just, bottom of the deck, we've got the King of Water, King of Cups. We might have talked about that before, but that's like the such a compatible person, right? The King of Cups is one of those cards that comes up. So I really like that. David's thoughts of you yesterday. Um, 10 of 1. So a lot of passion. What was happening? Was he howling at the moon or what? But there is this energy of investing a lot of energy and but I feel like there's a lot of passion and a lot of just uh I don't know. It's like evolving energy. That's the way to say it. It's like it's not going 1 to 10 and restarting back at 1. It's like you guys have moved up to 10 and then it's like all right, and then we're going to go 11 and 12 and they're seeing the progression here of interest and passion and attraction growing, right? So it's at a 10 yesterday. And then today, they're sleepy time. No, they've got this um, mental stability and the 7 of Cups, a lot of different emotions that are also being expanded. So I like the peace of mind. That means they're not at odds and struggling in their head. And the 7 of Water can mean like I don't know what to say emotional confusion, but I don't feel that here. I feel like with these 2 coming out together with the 4 of Swords and the 7 of Cups, that there is this energy of there's a lot of different emotions that are popping up. Let me see what these other 2 cards are here too. Yeah. Because you get the Bluebird of Happiness, that's there with the Sun card. So that's always good to see here too, right? You did dress nice yesterday. Wah, wah, wah. And the 2 of Earth, the balancing, right? So, I they are a balanced individual with the King of Water, balancing their head and their heart. Um, but I love the sun coming in too, because that's, your plans will work out well, bringing you happiness, prosperity, and success. You'll garner the recognition for your accomplishments you so richly deserve. But it is the abundance and happiness, and we love the bluebird of happiness coming in because it is this brightness. And so I do feel like with the 2 of Earth, what's coming for you, hanging out, a date. I do feel like it will be here with this 2 of Earth. I feel like there's gonna be a couple options, right? There's gonna be um, like dinner and a movie or, dinner and dancing, or there's, like, gonna be 2 things, It's like, "How about we do this and then here? How about we go to the farmer's market and then we go get lunch?" I feel like there's gonna be, like, 2 things, right? Um Yeah, yeah. So I like this. I feel like there is something coming forward with that. Um, so I mean, the Sun card is just wonderful, and the King of Cups. I like all of this, energy here. It's just working itself out. I don't know. It's just I was gonna say he's just not normal. He doesn't do things the old-fashioned way, right? Um, yeah, yeah. So I feel like there's, an opportunity coming up to go do something together. Definitely, that's coming in here, but I don't feel like they're gonna do things, methodical so much as um, I just feel like they'll do things sudden. You know, it's like they've got so much going on that then they're like, "Oh, I wanna do this. I'm gonna do this. Hey, you wanna go do this?" And you're like, "Oh, yeah, let's go." I don't feel like they're a huge, 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 like so on the 13th of May, unless it's a concert or something, but it's like, "On the 13th of May," they're more like, "Hey, I get an extra ticket. When is it? Tonight? Alright, let's go," you know? 'Cause they didn't think about going to it until, "Oh, and they were able to get tickets," and they're like, "I have an extra one. Do you wanna go?" Something like that. So I like this. I like this energy. They're too funny. So that's what they have for you, Maria. So thank you so much for your donation, and I'm excited for you. All right. All right, so we completed that one. All right. So many blessings to you. And infinity is one. So your two are up next here. So first, thank you so much for your vibes sticker and donation. And I want to know, did G stop coming to the group because of you? All right. And if they did, good riddance to bad rubbish. What? Jokes, just jokes. Let's take a look here. Did G stop coming because of you? All right. No, they've got the temperance, the balance card here. I feel like they were having trouble balancing too many things all at once, and, they've got this, um both the 5 of Pentacles and the King of Fire. They have so many this is them taking control of their life and their lack of things. I almost feel like they maybe had too much going on or too much financial stuff going on that they needed to cut away things, for time and money and energy, and I feel like they were just like, "No." I I just feel like they were ready for a change of things happen. I don't feel like it was related to you. I feel like it had to do with all of their stuff going on. Yeah, because even the 5 of Earth focusing in on the negative, worrying about money, career, and they just felt like they were burning the candle at too many ends where they needed to really get into this balance, this temperance of things, and so they needed to do that. So it was personal. It wasn't anything to do with that. It was just they had to make some choices about timing and money and different things, and they were just didn't feel like they were getting what they wanted out of that they really had to really look at the things in their life that are important to be able to buckle or tighten their belt, I guess is, how they say it. So, yeah, definitely not you. It feels like that was all them. Right, so that's it for that one. Thank you so much, and then your second one here, thank you for your additional donation. Let's give that some love and a like, since it lets me do those. You said, "Last time L visited the group, was it because he wanted to see you?" Alright. Alright, so last time, was it because he wanted to see you? Okay. And then you wanna know, did he stop coming because you were there? And then will he visit again the group? Alright. Do you mean wasn't there? Did he stop coming because you weren't there? Or do you mean because you were there? Well, we'll take a look here. Spirit knows. So, last time he visited, was it because he wanted to see you? Peekaboo! We got the Six of Swords, which is normally, a movement from choppy waters to calmer waters movement, change of thoughts and stuff. But, dude, as soon as I saw this, it's like, you know, let me see if I get it to focus because the expression on his face is so funny. Don't know if it's gonna go there. Anyway, but that is him peeking around the cell going, "Hey." So, I do feel that they did the last time he visited the group because he did want to see you, and it's the expression on the cat's face. Gosh, I wish I could let me just do this to see if it'll refocus because it's so adorable. His little face is just like this. He's just so surprised and pleased. There's a very pleased look on his face. And then did he stop coming because you were or were not there? Um, you got the Knight of Air that's coming in here. We've got this movement, fast movement. So he stopped going because I feel like he got so much um it's impulsive and there was so much more they had going on in the outside world. It just feels like their life went into super, like, crazy busy mode with this, energy here, focused, driven, kind of energy. So, it just his life sped up so much that he had to step away, for there. And will he revisit the group again within 6 weeks? Yeah, I feel here with the world card is it's victory. It's ending of old cycles, beginning of a new adventure kind of energy with the world card here. So I do feel like that's a yes coming in there. On the bottom of the deck, we do have the Ace of Wands, which is new passion, new ignition coming in regarding the whole situation. So I do feel like there's going to be a renewed connection, but it's a new spark that happens with that situation. So in a positive way. So I like that for you, Infinity. That's what they have for you. So I like it. I like it. I like it. All right. This card's back in here. And then Jacques of Hearts. Let's give you some love and a like there. And it says celebrating your third super. So thank you so much for allowing me to be your third donation. And you want to pull some cards on Dave's intentions towards you? Absolutely. Let's get these shuffled here. Just to get some your energy flowing. Get a lot of questions on Dave's and David's. So, what's going on with all the Daves and Davids of the world? Are they not showing their who they are? Why are they being so difficult? Being so secretive? Let's see here. So, Dave's intentions and what else they'd like you to know here. All right. So it does appear oh, yeah, they're in the middle of making some decisions and stuff, but we've got here, with the Emperor card, we've got this, energy of Aries of really wanting to take their control over their life, what they want, where they wanna go, who they wanna be, putting form around all of that, right? And trying to decide what they want to do. With so much in their life, it's, becoming structured and organized instead of being swayed all over the place by all this opinion. And so it is about them forming a plan. And I'm going to take action. Underneath that, the reason I went, oh, was, the Two of Cups with the lovebirds. So there is this energy below here that you're an important relationship, and I feel like they're trying to decide what they want, and that's kind of what where they're at. We'll look at the actual cards that came out here too, but those were on the bottom of the deck. So yeah, three of Earth. So they are definitely trying to be true to their authentic self, and they're really looking at creativity and not wanting to do things like everyone has told them it's supposed to be and should be and need to be and have to be and all of that that comes in. So I like this that they don't like being cliche, they don't like being average, they don't like following the crowd and doing the whole thing. It's like I think it was the movie. He's just not that into you. You know how they have all these different types of relationships and how they all worked and everything. But the one with Ben Affleck and oh, what's her name from Friends? Um anyway, it blanked. But this relationship they had was they weren't married, they lived together forever, they were very happy, but because of pressure from the outside, um she felt that they needed to get married for it to be validate their love, which, I loved how it eventually unfolded. If you haven't had a chance to watch the movie, definitely watch it. But there is this, energy of that they don't wanna do things like everyone else, they wanna be unique, and it is beautiful and unique if you let them do that. "Hey, Jack, this is your reading right now." Yeah, and this makes sense. With this 9 of swords here, they definitely have this, you know, the emperor is the one that has all these opinions, all these supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's and have to be's that they're trying to overcome because they're rooted in fear, right? And so they're getting past these beliefs that are rooted in what love is supposed to be and what it's not supposed to be and blah 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 blah. They're sorting all this out and getting this stuff. It's the battle between them being true to their unique selves and all the supposed to be's of the outside world that would restrict them from being true to their authentic selves. So there is a little bit of they're wanting to see how you respond and react to what they are introducing because I feel like when they try to be themselves, other people goes, "No, I need this and this and this." And so they got rejected. And so now they're kind of going slow about it, determining what they want, but also seeing what you're wanting at the same time. Not that they're testing you, they're just kind of trying to get awareness of it. So they might be going about this really, really slow, right? We'll take a look here. Yeah. We got the 8 of Wands, and then the 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups, dreams come true emotionally. 8 of Fire, 8 of Wands, suddenly, out of nowhere, boom! So, I feel like they are gathering their information, trying to understand, making sure they know what they want, really trying to understand what you're wanting, and once they feel like it's like there's this, you know, um commonality that they can see that you guys would work out, I feel like boom, then they just move on it. And you're just like, "Whoa, where did that come from?" But I feel like they're doing so much. Yeah, can't make this up. They're doing so much about trying to figure it out. I mean, because you had the Emperor and the Two of Cups on the bottom, which is trying to figure out what they want in a relationship, and then once they do, they'll take action. And then you got the Lovers card, with the Two of Air, which is, they do have this, you know, intentions of relationship, but the Two of Air is figuring things out between their head and their heart. So you got the message twice, both on the bottom of the deck and the top of the deck, or when the cards came out, about, that they're trying to figure it out. And once everything clicks, then you'll see them make quick action and movement on it. But they're a big thinker and they want to figure it all out first, make a plan, and then once they feel like that you're okay with them being this creative person that they are, not the normal way of approaching, relationship, that then they'll make them move to, for closeness and for that as well. So, so that is what they have coming in there for you, Jack of Hearts, or Jackie of Hearts, Jackie. But I definitely feel they're just figuring things out. It's all up in here, and then not a whole lot of it gets out into the outside, right? But then suddenly I feel it's just like, and you're like, whoa, why did you go from 0 to 100? Can't we have gone like to 10, 20, 30, 40? But they go from all this internal reflection of stuff, and then all of a sudden, way out here. So hopefully that makes sense. But that's what's coming in for you. So thank you so much. And let's take a look here. Just last call for Daphne. Daphne, um, don't know if you are in the house. You made a donation. Well, that makes sense. So they still think of you with all of that. So they just haven't. That's why that makes sense that they've kind of are trying to figure everything out. And once they do, I feel like they will reach out to you there. So let's take a look here. So Daphne, I'm just going to do one more scroll here to make sure I didn't overlook your request here. And because I'm about ready to head off to my praying mantis session here. But I will be back for all the free readings. I did not get to any of them, but I will return after I spend about an hour with my praying mantis members. And then I may just grab a quick bite to eat since I haven't had dinner yet. Um, I'll determine depending on how many I have here. Um, and then I shall return. So I'm just looking here. Don't see anything that would reflect that I'm seeing here. All right. Oh, you were not in contact for a year, and then he swept you off your feet. Oh, yeah, don't need tradition. Yay, he'll be okay with that. Very cool. Very cool. Well, that's okay. We got a couple more minutes here, Infinity. Um, so that's your free question. So, do you have make sure to pop your question for your donation there. Oh, oh, okay. So you want to know? I believe so. Did I bypass one here, Nova? Yeah, the new projects. Yeah, I did answer that one for the new projects one, Nova. I did answer that one. All right. Yeah, I think we can fit this one in Infinity here. Because I'm gonna technically it starts in 6 minutes, but yeah, absolutely. Let's see here. So, is it your fault that logistics with N have been so delayed? All right, let's take a look here. All right. No, I don't feel like there's that's coming in here. I mean, excuse me, on the bottom of the deck, we've got the Awakening card, which is a transformation, a transition energy. We even got the Death and Rebirth and the Knight of Air coming in here. And so there's this all this transformative migration type of energy that's happening. And I just feel like there's an order of things that has to happen here, because we got an ace, a two, and a three. So, the pages I'm considering an ace, it's like new energy, and then the two, and then the three. So, there's this um things have to happen in a certain order. There's this transformation, migration that has to happen, kind of energy that's coming in here. So I do feel like there's this, um, that the the delay isn't because of you. I feel like there's something to do with certain things have to happen in a certain order, and there's some changes that are happening that are delaying the process. It's not anything that you are doing. It's something to do with the actual process, if that makes sense. So no, you're free, you're safe. It was not you. I do see here that suddenly whatever needs to happen here will happen, because out of nowhere, all of a sudden, boom, there here comes the stuff. Here comes the logistics. Whatever it is, it's like suddenly out of nowhere, it's like, well, how long is it gonna be? Well, we're not sure. And then boom, here it is. And you're like, oh, okay, well, it's here. So I feel like there is that movement that's coming in. So something's being worked on somewhere. You are very welcome. I'm so happy for you there. All right. So everyone else, let me grab some screenshots here of the free readings, and I will return as soon as I am done with my praying mantis members, and possibly I might eat as well. But we shall return. I will definitely be on and complete out all the free readings. It might just be a couple of hours from now. And of course, I also will be back tomorrow and Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, and tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. And again, thank you guys so much for all the donations. It is what allows me to do all the free things that I do. So, big shout out to all of you. I really, really appreciate it. And thank you guys for your patience in me getting to your free readings. I know not everyone is able to make a donation, so I do like to serve my community and come back on and finish everything out. So let me scroll down here. All right. And we'll grab those. I'm so glad, Nova. I love your questions. I love connecting to your awesome spirit team. They are, especially Kurt. What a cracker. What a crackhead. He's so funny. So, yeah, so much fun, so much fun. And thank you so much for all your multiple donations. You help support me in such great ways. I really appreciate that. So, thank you so much. All right, everybody. I'm going to head off here. I got 1 minute to jump over there. So, just remember, every second of every day, you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you guys again, enjoy the rest of your night or day, wherever you may be in the world. If you're needing something to listen to in the meantime, check out my main page. I've got a free podcast. I've got May monthlies out there, a bunch of other pick a cards. So a ton of free content. So help yourself. I created it all for you. So enjoy. We'll see you soon, and hang in there.